Let's look further into this if we can. Samar Al-Hamdani is an independent Yemeni analyst and blogger. She's in our Washington bureau now. Samar, good to talk to you. It's so hard, isn't it, to know exactly what's going on here. There are so many parties with a stake. The Saudis, the US, Iran, the exiled president, the previous president, Al-Qaeda. What do you think is happening and about to happen?
Yes, Mike, it's very complicated, but I'm here to help you understand all of that. So on the ground in Yemen, in the governorate of Al-Mukalla, you have Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula taking control of that governorate, having some influence in some regions of the south, and then in the regions of Aden and other governorates nearby it, you have a very strong southern movement that is clashing with the Houthi militia fighters. And then in the tribes of Marib and Al-Jawf, you have clashes between the tribesmen of Marib and Houthi militias that are trying to push forward and in. And then you have the regions of Sa'da, Damar, Amran, all of these areas in the north of Yemen under the total control of the Houthi rebel militia for a while now, actually, ever since September 2014. On top of all of that, you had Saudi airstrikes targeting military bases, weapon depots coming in, and then you had a complete sea and water, actually water and air blockade by Saudi Arabia. And so nobody can go in or out of Yemen without Saudi's permission. This was all happening, this is locally. Outside of Yemen, of course, you have Saudi Arabia and 9 other countries leading this Operation Decisive Storm that just ended tonight. And we're shifting to Operation Hope, apparently. So it seems that these 9 countries are declaring Iran as their enemy. What we know from this regional war is that Iran itself did not get involved in this fighting, and the peace settlement or moving towards a negotiation is the best thing that Saudi Arabia could have agreed to.
Because the Saudis are presenting the stopping of large-scale bombing as some kind of success, as if its mission accomplished, yet it seems in a way it's an acknowledgement this mission has not succeeded. At the same time, they've ordered in the National Guard, widely seen as the kingdom's best-equipped ground force, and it is clear, isn't it, that the exiled president is too unpopular to be reinstalled as the Saudis have planned. They have a problem.
Yes, they do have a problem. And it seems that the appointment of the National Army into this is part of settling some local Saudi politics that doesn't have anything to do with Yemen. When it comes to President Hadi, he is not popular. However, he is the only legitimate force on the ground. Unfortunately, a lot of people can argue that he's not legitimate, but there's nobody else on the ground that's more legitimate than him, which makes a problem for Yemen. Looking at the shift now, moving forward, it means that Saudi Arabia is going to continue to target the Houthis with smaller airstrikes if they are not settling for a deal, which means that chaos is going to continue on the ground. The minute President Hadi finished his speech on air, a lot of fighting broke out on the governorates of Taiz, of Hadramaut. Fighting continued in Aden, in Khor-Maksar, in the areas of Khor-Maksar and Al-Mu'alla, and it's heavy shelling over there. And so it seems that Saudi Arabia needs to find a partner on the ground as soon as possible to carry out the humanitarian assistance and to also stop the people from all the crimes that are going to take place, from the looting, from the chaos, and so on. And so it's very important now to plan on how to have a hand on the ground in Yemen. And I think that having a deal with the Houthis is the best way to move forward, because they're not going to give up all that they've gained in the past few months.
Samar, I think we're going to be talking again. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.